Alright, hey guys, how's everything going? This is Will with another Storytime with Will episode. This one is going to be my questions that I've been given from people and from Facebook that I get the opportunity to answer and to give you a little bit more of an insight on who I am as a person. So here we go. And by the way, before we get this started, if you have other questions that you would like to ask that I didn't answer on this, go ahead and comment those in the bottom of the comment section and let me know what those questions are. And maybe when I do this again, I will use those questions as well. I say maybe, but yeah, I'm going to use them. Anyway, so just to let you know, if you'll go ahead and comment those questions, I'll be more than happy to get on there with it. So the first question I've been given. If I could cameo on a TV show, what would it be? It'd be Big Bang Theory. That'd be the place I'd want to be the cameo in. It's a geeky show and I like it. What movie would I cameo in? Black Panther, because it's going to be awesome. What's my favorite type of animal? Miniature schnauzers. I like little small dogs. As far as what's my favorite movie, The Princess Bride. What's my favorite TV show? The Big Bang Theory. Who's my biggest role model? Pastor Andrew Taylor. He's a man's man as far as I'm concerned. He really is a loving husband. He's a minister of the gospel, and he's really a world class act guy. I don't know why I said world class, but he's a class act of a guy, and somebody I would like to be like. Anyway, if I could have lunch with anyone living or dead, who would it be? Probably Dr. Martin Luther King, because I like to hear him tell about his own struggles that he went through to become the leader he became. My favorite food is barbecued or grilled hamburger, cheeseburger. What pet peeves do I have? I only have one really, because all the rest of them kind of stem off of weird places. But anything that reminds me of the stuff in me that I'm annoyed by is a pet peeve, because it reminds me there's stuff in me I need to deal with. So a lot of times when I get annoyed at other people, I begin to realize how much more work I need to do on myself to get better. So that's my biggest pet peeve. My favorite candy is Twizzlers. If I could collaborate with a YouTuber, who would it be? I've had an awesome opportunity to collaborate with Edward Shelton from Starting Over Podcast on a couple of moments. But I'd also like to, and he's always a good one every time I get a chance to get with him on a Starting Over Podcast. It's always awesome. If you've played the game of HeroClix, I'd highly recommend his podcast as well on there. Another person would be Dame Drops, just because I love his food reviews and I love his energy. Okay, we're going to get into the Facebook questions now. And the first few are from Laura Whitaker. What inspired you to be a writer? I wanted to teach kids in a practical format, and I don't think as much as I love teaching, I don't think I'm built for the classroom as much. Because at least with writing, I get the chance to give lessons in a very creative way. Who's my favorite superhero? Superman, because he stands for truth, justice, and the American way. What is my ideal holiday destination? Hawaii, because I'd love to be able to learn how to hula dance and to be on the beaches and all that fun stuff. That'd be great. What's the best piece of advice I've been given? Learn how to land a plane when it comes to talking. Say what you have to say and get it done. What's the best advice you've given to someone else? Listen to people. You have one mouth and 2 ears for a reason. So try not to talk as much. What's your guilty pleasure? What guilty pleasure of TV shows? Doctor Who. Thanks a lot, Judy Clark, for that introduction, by the way. She really has introduced me to the land of Doctor Who, and I can't really get away from it now if I wanted to. What's your favorite line from a movie? Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Dwayne Bullock asked this question. Given that God is infinite and that the universe is also infinite, would you like a toasted tea cake? Yes. I grew up in Tennessee, so I love tea cakes. Don Richardson Starkey asked, have you always been able to draw well, or was it a learned skill? It's a little bit of both. There's disciplines in drawing that you have to learn. You have to learn like perspective, proportions, shading. You have to learn how to create volume and mass in a picture, especially when you're dealing with a one-dimensional piece like paper, going from paper to try to create three-dimensional pieces. So I had to learn a lot of disciplines. That's why I was an art minor in college. And Dawn and I went to college together, so she should enjoy that little bit of nostalgia from Campbellsville University. Anthony Thayer asked, was writing and drawing comics a big influence on your gaming, especially when it comes to HeroClix? Yes. HeroClix was a game that I was introduced to some years ago, back in around 2004, because there was a guy playing it in our store, and I'd never seen a game where comic book characters were on little bases and were able to do things. And so, as far as comic books and reading and all that goes, since I love a lot of the characters so much, I thought it was cool to give a chance to have a game where you could play as those characters. My pastor Andrew Taylor asked a question. He said, where do you feel like you've been the most productive in your life? If you haven't been that productive up to this point, then do you feel like you're going to get there or surpass that area? And my short answer to that is yes. Publishing books is a start to that because I'm learning how to start projects and complete them. But then there are other things I need to do as well, and I know I'm working on those things. So it's a work in progress for me as far as being productive. So, yeah. And then Corian Bosley asked the question. She said, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? And the answer is hopefully doing seminars and teaching people who have not self-published how to self-publish and getting out there and really being able to interact with people at a broader scope. I see myself being involved in ministry in that regard as well, because I think a lot of people's stories, as they put their stories out there for the world, they can help the world as well. And to be able to move around, to have a really good, dependable vehicle that I can move around in, and that sounds like something small, but for me, it's a big deal. So there you go. Those are those answers to those questions. And listen, thank you so much for those of you who continue to watch these videos. I greatly appreciate you taking the time out to do that and continue to support what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, be blessed, be a blessing to somebody. Take care. Love you very much. And like I said earlier, if you have other questions that I didn't answer, put them down in the comments when you comment on the video, and I'll make sure to answer those in the next video like this. Anyway, guys, take care, guys.